want him to be this and that and that. Yes, there's certain questions you need to ask, and that's fair. Because you're getting to know someone, you want to ask certain questions, a little bit about their background, their career, finances, what. Like for me, for instance, someone with a good credit score is very important to me. Yeah.
Credit score?
Yeah, credit score. And yes. Because
Really?
guess what? Maybe in the future I might want to buy a house with you.
I go by Ministry. You can call me Cobby. I'm with my home girl here, Trina, straight from Calgary, the coldest city on earth. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, good to see you once again.
Thank you.
As we start this journey, I hope better things come out of it. And we are here just to have a conversation about how relationships works. And we can be a testament that we all have been in relationships. So we have a little bit of experience. And our guest will also give us advice. And we also give them advice on how things work. Yeah. So today's topic is episode 1 of our podcast. And the topic is about how do you know that he's the right one? Like dating someone, when does it take for you to know that he's the right one?
Okay. Okay, that's a great question. But to me, we've all dated, right? So, but one of the things that I would say is at the end of the day, with me, it's all about, does the person give you peace of mind? And at the long run, it's going to be companionship. So are you getting this too? Right? Because if you're just looking for either a wife or a husband, you could just pick anybody on the street and make them a wife or a husband. But do they really give you that peace and that companionship? Because as you grow with a person, it's going to be companionship. You want to come home to someone that you can, discuss your day, how your day went, and be there to listen to you. Someone you can sit and have a hot tea with. Because I think after a while, when you are married with someone for so long, or when you date someone for so long, it's not the physical part of things anymore. You move past that physical part of things, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not physical anymore. It's more of, okay, it's more like a friendship. That's how we see it. Someone you discuss a lot of things.
So you're talking about if it's a friendship and all those feelings. I also feel like a boyfriend and girlfriend have the same thing that you're talking about. So how does it move to the next step? Do you have a checklist that you have to go through to make sure that this is the right person for you?
You know what? I wouldn't necessarily say there's a checklist, but then at the back of everybody's mind, there is that, question that kicks in where you question yourself, is this person the one? And it happens natural as you become very close to someone, you get to know them, you're getting comfortable, he's in your space, you're in his space, everybody gets comfortable. There's something that also clicks in and go like, is this really the person? It's not like you're doubting the relationship, but it's just natural for you to, even with jobs, it's the same, right? So, I wouldn't really say, and to me, I only see for you, to moving up to the next level, it's a conversation both of you need to have, right? When you evaluate your relationship with a person, okay, and okay, you know what, this person brings this to my life, and this person brings that to my life. Because me per se, I don't think there's anything called, how people meet people and they go oh, this is my soulmate, or this is my...
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe that, because I believe that everything you want, you need to work to make it that way.
To make it that way.
Yes.
So is there characteristics that you will look at?
Of course. I think for everyone, it might be different. Some people might be looking for someone that can make them laugh all day. Well, are you financially stable? some people prefer someone that has his own company because they don't want to be the one having to leave work and going to pick kids up at daycare and stuff. When you have your own company, the flexibility is there.
Okay.
So I think everyone will have a different characteristics that they're looking for when it comes to like either a long-term relationship or a life partner. So I think it would differ from each and every individual.
So what makes someone just decide that I want the person to marry me? Because that's a big commitment to make. So you can be in love with someone, be happy, his character is good, but you don't want to marry the person.
And you know what? That's fine. Because it's not everybody that's here to marry. And it's okay. Because I just see that, sometimes we kind of live according to what society expects us to do. Society expects us that once you date someone for 5, 7 years or 3 years, they should be putting the ring on your finger. And in some cases, maybe you guys are better off being, partners, but not really marriage. Because I've seen a lot of people date for 10 years, and as soon as they got married, they didn't even last for 2 years.
So
it's just the pressure that comes with marriage.
So that means they weren't ready, or what?
I wouldn't say they were not ready, because guess what? Once you marry, sometimes people expect you, like, let's say, okay, you used to hang out with your friends, like you used to go work out with your friends. Now you're married. Okay, now society expects you that as you're married, you shouldn't be seen in a club. As you're married, you shouldn't be seen at this place and that place and that place. So there's so much pressure that comes with the marriage already from society, right? Now, that's why when you were boyfriend and girlfriend, everything was going fine. But as soon as you get married, the man expects something. You, the woman, you also expect it. As a married man, you shouldn't be doing this and that and that. So I think it's just the pressure that comes with it, like with society and the expectations.
Yeah, the expectations. But I mean, for you to get married, you have to know that there is expectations coming up.
Of course.
So, I mean, you were girlfriend and boyfriends, but to the next level, it's a different ball game. You have to know what you're trying to go into. But before you make that decision, some people, let's go by the characteristics and stuff. So for me, do you look at the character, the beliefs, sex life? Do you take all those into consideration? Like, let's say sex life.
Of course. Because sometimes too, yes, you could, like I always say, you're not going to get it all in one basket. It never happens that way, because sometimes, guess what, you might want to meet someone who's romantic and very good in bed and this and all that, but guess what, he might be romantic, very good in bed, but can't keep a job. Okay, so there's always a give and take here, and you might meet a man who is willing to provide for the family. He goes to work 24/7, provide for the family, making sure everything is there, but he's not romantic, has never even bought you a flower before. So it's, I don't know, the balance is very difficult, because everyone has a flaw, and as much as it is, you can say, okay, you know what, I'm looking for this type of woman, but you need to understand that, okay, you get this type of woman, but then there's also a but. Everybody has a but.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. So, I mean, that means, let's say in a scale of 10 of these characters, behaviors, how many do you have to choose from these? So if it's, let's say in a quantity, like 10 behaviors, how many do you have to choose from that 10? So you have sex life, behavior. Do you have to check those, like they pass the 50% of?
Okay. I'm just looking at, like, in terms of, like, percentage wise, because I'm looking at it like, okay, now if you're with someone and they give you, let's say, 80% of what you want, why leave that 80%? Why throw out the 80% and go because you're not getting the 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I think that's one of the big questions, because I've seen a lot of relationships whereby, or marriages whereby it goes down the drain because, the man is giving you everything, but is it just that 10% or 20% that they can't give? And then they leave all the 80% for another person to come and continue that. Is that really worth it? Like, I always look at it that way. So if this person is giving me, if it's wage 100% and they're giving me 80%, because we need to also realize no one is perfect. There's nothing like perfection.
Yeah, there's nothing in perfection, as you were saying. So, for me, what I'm having difficulties understanding is there a set of like number out of it? Like you said, 80%. Does it differ between each one? Like some people would take 60%, some people would take 70%. Yeah, so what will it be like?
Well, like I said, it's like it's an individual thing. It's a preference. Like you said, someone would take 50% because they feel like, hey, you know what? This 50% works very well for me with my lifestyle right now. So I'm not gonna have to run with this 50%. Okay, so like I said, it's an individual thing. If you feel, but I just need to let people know that there's nothing like 100%. You're not gonna get someone 100%. You work to make it that 100%. Okay, so there has to be some sort of an intentional effort from both parties. So yes, there has to be effort from both parties, because most of the time we go there having a whole bunch of lists, like I want him to be this and that and that. Yes, there's certain questions you need to ask, and that's fair, because you're getting to know someone. You want to ask certain questions, a little bit about their background, their career, finances wise. Like for me, for instance, someone with a good credit score is very important to me. Yeah.
Credit score?
Yeah, credit score. And yes. Because guess what? Maybe in the future I might want to buy a house with you.
Okay.
You don't have. You see where I'm coming from? If we're moving towards a direction where we're getting serious, even if it's not marriage per se, but we're getting serious, we might want to, even if you're not married, okay, we want to be what? Common law, so we might want to buy a house or purchase something together. So credit score is very important.
Yeah, so you're talking about, let's say, credit score.
Yes.
If I'm able to explain why my credit score is bad, you still won't take it into consideration?
No, there's always excusable. How do I even say it?
So
is it excusable lies?
Yeah.
I think credit score is very important
for you.
No, the reason why.
So you telling me our audience about credit score?
To me, it's very important. Do you know why? Because of the part of the world that we live in.
Okay.
The reason is we live in North America now. Yeah. Everything you buy, your credit is being checked. When you even rent some places, they check your credit score. Do you know that? Yeah. There's some places that even when you're renting, they check your credit score before they even approve you for the rental. So to me, it's important.
Okay.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, for you. So, as Trina is saying, credit score. So, guys,
get your credit score up.
Yeah, get your credit score. You have to have a credit score of 300.
No, 300 is really, really, really low.
Oh, it's low?
It is.
Really?
It is. And I'm going to put it on air. Like as I sit here right now, my credit score is above 800.
Oh, really? Then we guys are...
300 is very poor.
Oh, I didn't know about it. That's my first time. Okay, it's good to know all this. So... the credit score that you're talking about, is it the women that have to expect it from we the men, or we also have to
a man can have that expectation too. Oh. Because you know what, if you're building something with a man and he wants to be able to, purchase things with you, involve you in everything, and if he's asking that you have a good credit score, there's nothing wrong with it. If you're a woman, if you're requiring that, why can't he you require that too.
But in society that we live in, we expect the man to do all these, like provide for the woman.
Wow, the
And
society that
so if the woman, if I made a beautiful girl that doesn't have these, maybe her circumstances, she had
Mm-hmm.
problems and stuff. As a man, can't I overlook this credit score thing that you're talking about?
You know what? I can't say you can't overlook. I mean, as people get credit cards as young age, sometimes they make really silly mistakes and
Oh, okay.
don't pay them on time and all that. And credit score is something that can be built too. You give yourself 3 to 6 months, you can actually build your credit score.
Right.
So regarding the credit score, definitely, someone can build a credit score, and I don't see that. What is it called? The credit score should be a reason why you should or shouldn't be with someone. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, for some people, it's very important to them. The same way some people, sex is very important to them, or having a strong financial stability is very important to them. So it's the same.
It's the same.
I would say it's the same, because if someone wants to build a life with you, they don't want to be buying a house just under their credit or buying a car for just under their credit. They want to do things together with you.
Together.
Right? Now, they can overlook it, but if you overlook it, are you helping this person or encouraging them to build this credit score back? That's the question.
So
Now,
is there, not to cut you short, is there a situation that you think someone will overlook all these good stuff and still get married? Like, still know that this is the right person for you, for her or for you?
yes, because I think in most cases, I don't know if there's something called there's a right person. I always have this thing, you work to make it right. There is nothing like a right person. Because when you meet the person, you don't even know them.
No, but
You guys are working together, if you realize. Because relationship, I kind of see it's a shared responsibility.
Yeah.
As much as we want to see it. You guys are getting to know each other, helping each other, scratching each other. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's, so you pretty much, you need to make an intentional effort. I don't know if I'm making sense. Because,
Yeah, but
because when it comes...
for me, what I think, as you were saying, like, for me to meet someone and we work together, there have to be a timeline. So if I have to be like a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
So during this 2 years or 1 year,
Yes.
can we solve all these before we know that this is the right person for us?
In some cases, sometimes you might not be able to resolve all these issues before you marry them. Now, it depends on how comfortable the person. Some people will be like, hey, you know what? We haven't even resolved this issue, but I still want to jump and marry this person. Now, it's up to you. Are you really jumping into something that you're going to back out later? Or do you think you should resolve it before jumping into it?
So I'm talking about is like people that get married, do they resolve everything?
They don't. I don't think there will ever be an ending. I don't think there will ever be, because I just see that as humans, as we grow, we change. Our interests, everything changes. Our friends change. Because the song you used to listen to when you were 5 years old, do you listen to it when you're 10 years old?
No.
If you used to listen to Coco Melon and Paw Patrol, when you're 10, you're gaming. You grow and you change. Your brain, a lot of things changes about you, right? So I think it's just more of people knowing that, you know what, that change is gonna happen. And what are you gonna do to either accept or adapt to that change? Because it's an ongoing change.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But so if we're growing together, can we all change at the same time? Like with the same, because I feel like because I'm married you and stuff, I think we became one, and I thought we have the same kind of goals, we have the same kind of hobbies, same kind of interest. So won't we all change at the same time? to the same thing?
No, I wouldn't think it would change because everybody grows in a different pace.
Oh, okay.
So change, just because you're married with someone, yes, you guys can grow together, but as everyone has, maybe you can move 2 steps ahead. The person might not be able to move 2 steps ahead. Maybe it could be baby steps for them, or maybe just 1 step at a time, right? The point is, you guys are there to support each other, get to that goal. And to that end, yes, because at the end of the day, you can't say, because you're married with someone, you guys can move at the same pace. That's why there's individual differences. You might not be able to move at the same pace with the person because people grow differently, intellectually, everything.
Okay, so that means for you talking about all these characters, it's not a set kind of list that we can pick it up, someone that you can give to look at it and do the checklist. Because I've seen on the internet, people write, for you to know he's the right one, there's this 35 checklist that you have to go through. Make you happy, make you laugh, have a good sex life with you, have the money.
Yeah.
So it's never a kind of like you can look at all those that someone has written on the internet to make your decision.
You know what? It's good to have a checklist, okay?
Oh, really?
But sometimes it's okay just for you to know what you want. So when the right person comes around, you know. Or when that person comes around, you know, okay, you know what? This person actually took my box or whatever. But you know what? I think one time someone told me, I'm trying to remember exactly what the person told me. The person just said, the person just told me I should write down what I would like to see in the person. Once I see it, I shouldn't look at their flaws that they have. I should just focus on that thing that I saw that makes me happy. So let's say, okay, I'm looking for someone that, makes me laugh all the time. Or I can have a lot of play around jokes with. Now, that's what I see. Because as soon as you see that, that's where you tap onto that. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then you work your way up. So I was like, then.
I mean, so isn't it that also can blind you? Because that you already know what you want about it, can it be like it will blind you for you to overlook all the other things that that in the long run can hurt you?
Very true. That makes sense. It does. But then again, if we think of it though, isn't love blind itself?
It is?
It is. And it kills too. I told someone one day, I'm like, I wish there was a medication that you can take when you feel like you don't want to be in love anymore. You just take the medication, you're out of it. Once you feel like you want to be in love, you take the medication back again and you're back in it. So.
Oh, really? Love is blind. I think I have to join that Netflix show.
And there's actually a show like that too.
that show. Yeah, Love is Blind. I think I have to. I mean, it was a good conversation as our first episode comes to an end. I mean, what I've learned from you, talking to you about is everybody has to have their own choice and their own things that they look at. Mm-hmm. And it's good to have your checklist. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a big step. So you don't want to go for the lowest.
It's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah, it's a lifetime commitment. So you have to know he's the right person or she's the right person. You have to have your checklist that you think you can overlook the bad things that is in him.
Well, if the good things outweigh the bad, then, like I said, if the 80% is there, why leave it? Why leave that whole 80%?
Yes.
Throw away the 80%, okay? Yeah. Leave it because of the 20%, and then let someone come and complete that 80%. All the work you've done.
Yeah, then I'm shooting for 99%.
You better.
Really? Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
I mean, they say when you're selling a car, you go to the highest, and then when someone bargains, you meet them halfway.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So I will start.
So if you have to go to 110, you go and then meet them halfway.
Yeah, it was good to talk to Trini as my co-host. And this is how episode 1 comes to an end. You can expect more from us going every Wednesday and Saturday. We'll bring the best content about lifestyle, relationship, money, you know.
We're gonna pretty much touch on everything: education, lifestyle, eating. What are some of the hobbies people should do to be happy, and also let us know what you guys want to hear about.
Yeah, and also mental health.
Mental health.
Yeah, it's a big thing that we have
it's
to
a big
touch.
topic.
I mean, our community, people don't talk about it, and North America even, it's a problem here, big thing that we're all going through. So, thank you guys for the next episode.